Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
We hope you enjoyed your break again.
I'm feeling like I'm becoming part of the family, watching everything that's been going on and listening to all the activity and the talking. You may have noticed the break was extended by quite some time because everyone was chatting.
It's been also such a great pleasure getting to know all of you a bit better today.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
And the fabulous golden girls I've got with me. It's been a good day for me so far.
So we are on to our third and final part of the event. And as we mentioned, a very exciting one.
Yes, as if the first part of the day was not exciting enough.
Exactly. And the three major announcements are still waiting for you guys.
But I'm staying. I'm not going anywhere.
Yes, me too. Stay with you guys till the end.
Yes. So,
let's welcome. Yes.
You've waited long enough.
I think our first speaker for the third portion of our event is ready. So let's welcome our next speaker to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the CEO of Corsair Group, Mr. Jussi Saloranta.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely amazing how much we have been able to achieve in such a short period of time since the decision was made to include the Amplivo network into the Corsair Group. What really excites me is when looking back at the last about 18 months, is knowing that we're just getting started. Everything that we have done until now has just simply been a warm-up. Like a warm-up round when you have the racing cars going into the competition and they just do the sort of a feeling out the track lap, right? Getting their tires warmed up and so on. That's what we've been doing for the last 1.5 years, guys. Now let me ask you a question. Anybody still wants to do more warm-up? Yes. More warm-up? No. Are you warmed up? Yes. Okay. Are you guys ready to enter the actual race?
Yes, sir. Yes.
You said what?
Yes, sir.
What?
Yes.
Okay. The ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. A mental image of what the future will or could be like. Guys, that is what the dictionary says about vision. Every single one of you who are here today, you are obviously pioneers on a brand new, amazing business, on a brand new, amazing emerging market. But on top of that, you guys are also visionaries. Each and every one of you who is here today. It doesn't matter if you are here for the first time and you're just learning about our company today. Maybe your vision of the future that it could be is smaller. Or if you have been with us for a while, I believe that by now you're starting to see the bigger picture and your vision is starting to be quite large. Now, I was asked some time ago that what do I personally believe to be my sort of a personal strong talent, one of my strongest abilities. And the question was asked, is it strategic thinking, is it this, is it that? And the first word that came to my mind when I heard the question was persistence. Well, let's look at the dictionary. Firm continuance in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. It means that whatever shit comes on your way, you're not going to stop. You are going to continue. And no matter who is there opposing your mission, you're going to keep on continuing nevertheless. The dictionary also says that companies must have patience and persistence, but the rewards are there. That's pretty cool. Other ways to describe persistence is tenacity, determination, purposefulness, patience, endurance, diligence, dedication, commitment, tirelessness, and stamina. You pick the one that you like the most. But what I'm telling you guys is that just having the vision is not going to make it. You also need hard work. And hard work, as you know, there are no shortcuts to success. You need the hard work. As you heard earlier in the video, sorry for that, accuracy beats power. Exactly like timing beats speed. And eventually, hard work beats talent. Unfortunately, the world is today full of unsuccessful but extremely talented people who simply can't get to work in order to achieve their targets and their goals like they're supposed to do. Now, coming to this event, I was reading very shortly about the 24-hour Le Mans competition. And if you guys are familiar with this, Le Mans is the longest running, still operational racing competition, which is based on endurance. Not like a normal racing competition where the winner who reaches the goal fastest will win. But instead, in Le Mans, the car that can travel the longest distance in 24 hours is the winner. It's not even the one driver, because in these cars there are multiple drivers driving 24 hours, sometimes with speeds like 400 kilometers an hour on this countryside in France near the city of Le Mans. It's amazing. Now, what's interesting about this is that the racing teams must balance the car and its speed and its performance continuously so that they don't end up breaking the car. And when you think about it, you want to go as fast as you can, you want to go as far as you can without blowing up your engine. You want to take every little piece of energy and power in that machine without breaking the engine of the car. And when you think about this, this is exactly the way how business works as well. You want to use all of your resources. You want to use every little piece of energy from yourself, from the people around you, from your team, without breaking it. And I can tell you that some of the other management team members would probably agree with me when I say that we have definitely been pushing that engine to those limits where you really start to hear the cracking already. It's like, is this thing going to break down? Our Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Karet Nilsanga, who is going to be here on the stage later today as well, he's our numbers guy. So he's the guy who keeps on reminding me about what commitments we have and what do we got to pay and when is this going to be due and how many days this is already late and whatever this got to do. And I thank God for having a guy like that. Because you need that guy in the team as well who will tell you where the limit is, what's going on, the engineer. But on the driving seat, you need the guy who is going to push it to the limit and keep on breaking those records. But in Le Mans, it's not the driver alone who wins the race. It's the entire team. And that's why I love that whole competition a lot. Now, we have today already made several announcements. We announced, for example, that we are now going to be expanding our operations into the absolutely beautiful country of Philippines, which has been ravaged by the plastic pollution problem. It's unbelievable seeing some of those locations and the beaches that are there and seeing what the plastic pollution has been doing. So I'm very proud to tell you guys that we are now expanding to the Philippines and we can really, really bring in the help right there where it's needed. And we're going to get that business, we're going to get that factory up and running there during next year. Let's get applause for that. We also announced that we're going to be launching another project facility in the south of Thailand. This location, where we are going to be setting up the factory in collaboration with the local governments over there, the local city governments, is surrounded by 3 international major tourist destinations. Phuket, that some of you guys are going to be traveling very shortly, Koh Samui, and Krabi. These tourist destinations receive millions and millions of foreign tourists every year, and the plastic pollution is just off the charts, guys. These landfills are so full of plastic garbage that it's even crazy. This location is going to be focusing heavily on collecting plastic from the water, from the ocean, where because of this location we will be able to take plastic both from the Andaman Ocean and also from the Gulf of Thailand. We're going to be working a lot with the local people, with the fishermen, with the local organizations over there, and this is going to be absolutely fantastic. We've also seen now some of the largest hospitality companies here in Thailand actually starting to use the CSR plastic credit already. Let's get applause for that. Now, when we launched the concept of CSR plastic credit almost exactly 1 year ago, we didn't know exactly how this is going to be taken. We knew that there was a demand, but we didn't know how this is all going to play out exactly. But we had a very, very strong feeling that we were on the right track here. And what's amazing to see now, just 1 year later, we have some of the largest international hospitality brands, the JW Marriott, Holiday Inn, Novotel, Hyatt, and major Thai companies such as the Erawan Group and the Chatrium Group, who have already now started to retire their first plastic credits. It's pretty amazing. Now, what's really interesting about this is that, for example, the Accor Group from France, one of the largest hospitality firms in the world, they have recently made a public commitment that every single hotel that they have will become zero waste by the end of the year 2025. Yeah? Somebody maybe can Google and see how many hundred or thousand hotels Accor has around the world. But my question is, how are they gonna go out and collect all that plastic waste from the environment? How are they? Are they gonna put the housekeeping staff to go out and picking plastic on the landfills? I don't think so. The reality is that Accor, in the same way as all the major companies in the world, Unilever, Nestle, to mention a few, have all made such commitments, but they need somebody to actually go and collect and recycle the plastic. Well, who is going to do that for them? At your service. That's what's happening, guys. And you can see the emotions and the happiness that these owners and directors of these companies have when they find out, hey, there's a solution for this, because they've been thinking already for a long time, how are we going to fix this plastic? We know how to recycle paper, we know how to do that, how are we going to do this? And now there's the solution. And that solution is the CSR plastic credit. That's it. So, what is the vision? What is the vision? What's going to happen with plastic credits? Where is this thing going to go? Well, I'm going to tell you what I believe. I believe that we're heading to a direction, we're heading to a situation where every single kilo of plastic waste that is produced, not only thrown away into the garbage, but produced, when it leaves from the plastic manufacturing plant, there needs to be an equal offset happening somewhere else. So if a factory puts out 10 kilos of new plastic, somewhere 10 kilos of old plastic needs to be recovered and recycled. That means that as of today, when we are looking at about 500 million tons of new plastic being produced every year, a number which is expected to double by 2030, and a number that is expected to triple by 2060, needs to be offset every year. That's where this is going, guys. And that means that if you do the math on this, you are looking altogether a potential demand for the CSR plastic credit at 5,000 billion CSR per year. 5 trillion, in other words. How many CSR is there total? It's going to be sold out pretty quickly. But this is not about 1 year, guys. This is not about, we're not in a short race here. This is the Le Mans. And we're just getting started. So the demand for the plastic credits is going to grow. And I believe strongly that we are getting to this point where this kind of numbers are going to become reality. And the only thing I can think about is feeling sorry for the people that sold their CSR too early. I hope none of you guys are one of those people, because you have vision. And you can think about, yeah, maybe it's going to happen. I don't know. I don't know if I trust this thing. Well, now it's voluntary for these companies. But in the next coming years, we talk about, I believe, between 2 to 3 years, when this is going to become mandatory by law for every single medium-sized and large-sized company to take responsibility from every single kilo of plastic waste that they manufacture and they use and they distribute into the environment. And if you do a bit of a research, you will find out that actually just 2 months ago, the United Nations, with more than 140 countries, already signed an agreement to begin to develop and create laws and regulations to tackle the plastic waste pollution globally. And in the center, as a very, very big part of these plans, is the implementation of plastic credits. I'm telling you guys, it's going to happen. Don't miss out on that opportunity, which could potentially be the biggest opportunity in your life, especially for you guys as an influencer, because you're not looking to just buy the service one time and get an X amount of CSR. I'm expecting and believing that you guys are looking to build a full portfolio. This could potentially be one day your pension fund. This could be your fortune. This could be the thing that you leave behind for the next generations. This could be your legacy. same as the business that you build and the people that you help along the way. Now, let's talk about the CSR Contributor Program. I'm going to cover this one very quickly. As you know, originally when we started, it was always about how much plastic waste is Corsair able to recover from the environment. Now we are getting into a brand new situation where it's no longer about Corsair. It's no longer about Corsair alone. But instead, what we are doing is we are bringing together the entire plastic recycling industry. Okay, so what does that mean? Good question. What it means is that we are now going to create collaborations and partnerships with plastic recycling companies all over the world. And as we heard on the video, already this year we are going to launch the first pilot projects this year in Italy, in the UK, and here in Thailand. These will be the first countries, the first locations where we are going to start working with other plastic recycling companies as well and bring them into the contribution network. Now, how does it work in the simplest way? Is that any organization, a school, class, or a company, or a big established waste management company that is out there collecting plastic waste from the environment and properly recycling it will now receive financial support from Corsair. In exchange for this support, what will happen is that they will give for us the rights to create the plastic credit, to issue the plastic credit. This means that they won't receive the CSR. We will always control the CSR, but they will receive money to continue what they're doing, which is to clean the environment from the plastic pollution. Now, what we will then do is once we have received these offset rights, and we have now issued the CSR plastic credit, we can now distribute those like we are doing already today through the Amplivo network. So that part will remain exactly the same. Let's get applause for that. Thank you. What is the result from this? What will happen is that we are now having an access to unlimited capacity to grow. There's no limit on how fast we can grow. It's no longer only about how many machines we have here, how many machines we have here. That is still equally important. But we are no longer alone in this mission. But what's even more important is when you're developing something, is that you, first of all, bring more people together, like we are doing in the network marketing business. We want to now bring in these hundreds of recycling companies from around the world, all to contribute in the same mission. Because if the CSR is only about Corsair, it's always going to be very easy to attack that. Say, oh, it's just this one company doing this thing. But if you have 100 plastic waste recycling companies from all over the world, from Europe, from Asia, from the United States, from the Middle East, from Africa, and all of those companies, all of those people are supporting our mission, and they are also financially benefiting from that one. Now we are stronger. Now we are no longer just one boat. Now we are becoming an armada of boats. And that's what we're doing here. And through this work, we are becoming the best plastic credit, not just a plastic credit. We want to be the plastic credit. When somebody tells you that, oh, you talk about plastic credits, the first thing that they think about, yeah, of course I'm talking about CSR. That's what we want to be. Yes. But on top of that, we also want to become the industry standard that others follow. That when you have decision makers and politicians and corporate leaders and big investors, and they are saying, yeah, we got to do this plastic credit thing, they think about CSR. Because we are the industry standard that others can follow. And then, above and beyond, we want to become the giant. We want to become one of the leading digital assets in the world. And most importantly, the digital asset that actually is changing the planet for better. And with every single transaction, you know that you're making something good for our environment and for the future of this planet. Now, couple more, very quick one. I know how you feel, Andrea, up here. Now, you might have heard about this before. It has been sort of in development for quite some time, but now is the official time here today to also make this actual official announcement about it. That's getting interesting. Some people are thinking, what is a lead? And some thinking, what is 9 million? Well, what happened recently was that we acquired an already existing company that had in it altogether 9 million leads, customers, with their phone numbers and their emails. And not just any type of customers, but people that have been involved in network marketing. And what we are now going to do, and we're going to start doing this actively now this month of October, because I know that in this room we have a lot of people that are really anxious to work. And sometimes you just want to talk to everybody around you, but sometimes you might not have someone to talk to, and you go and talk to the bus driver, and you go and talk to this guy and talk to that guy. And if we could just get all that passion and that energy, but line up in front of you maybe 20 people that are interested to hear what you have to tell. So you can go to work, and like Jean-Luc said before, show that you love this business, show that passion, show that energy. Maybe there's something magnificent that would happen if we could help you on bringing you more interested leads. Yeah. So what we are going to do now is we are going to start to contact 25,000 new leads every week. And yes, some of these people, maybe they changed their email address, maybe they changed their phone number. Absolutely. But not all of them. And if we contact 25,000 new leads every week, or in other words, 100,000 new leads per month, I'm sure that out of those 100,000 people, when they hear our business opportunity, especially with everything that's going on in the world right now, there's going to be a few that is interested. And I know when they talk to you guys, if they weren't really interested before, they definitely are going to be after that. The best part is that when we start this month, and we contact the first 100,000 leads in the month of October, we can keep doing this every month, every month, every month, for the next 7.5 years. Okay? So we're not running out of these leads anytime soon now. So what we are going to do is we are now going to form the so-called Global Leadership Group. And the first members of the Global Leadership Group will be personally invited to take a membership in this group during this month. You will be invited for a period of 6 months at a time. And during that time, you will be part of a committee that will be helping the company to steer this business into the right direction. to be involved in the decision making that we do for the network, generally for the CSR plastic credit, and even for the Corsair general business. Also, what we are then going to be doing is we're going to be distributing these leads through the decisions that will be made by the global leadership group equally all over the world into different regions of language and the different regions of geographical location. But if you are active, it doesn't even matter if you even if you were not invited to the stage here today, even if you don't have any stars yet, it doesn't matter. Your star rank doesn't matter. What matters is that you have the passion to move this business forward with us. You have the passion to finish the warm-up and enter with us into the actual competition. That's what matters. And if you are there building this business together, we are going to support you by bringing you leads to your area and your language base. Great. Ready for more announcements? Okay, good. Now, before we go to that, just to kind of extend these things for you guys. Before we go to the next announcement, it is time for us now to also recognize and reward the 4-star Amplivo influencers. And I would like to invite the senior 5-star influencer in the Amplivo network, Mr. Vittorio Pucheru, to join me here. Let's give a round of applause to Vittorio.
Millions of our people lost. Bow our heads and pray to the Lord. Till I die, I'm a fucking boss. Now who gon' stop me? Who gon' stop me, huh? Who gon' stop me? Who gon' stop me, huh?
Black cars, black on black, black bras. Whole lot of money in a black bag, black strap, you know what that's for.
Who gon' stop me, huh?
So now, if we can welcome.
Yes, thank you so much, Jay, for your informative and inspiring presentation. As you said, let's welcome the 4-star Amplivo influencers onto the stage to receive their certificate.
Niggas talking they bitch made. Ixnay off my dicksnay, that's pig Latin. Ixbay. Who gon' stop me, huh? Last night ain't go so well. Got kicked up at the hotel. Got a little freaky like Marvin now, but yes, tell how it co-sell. You just a commentator if you getting paper. Everybody I know from the hood got common haters. In some relations, you just supposed to say none. Heard she fucked the doorman, well that's cool, I fucked the waitress. Heard Yeezy was racist, well I guess it's someone basis. I only like green faces.
This is something like the Holocaust. Millions of our people lost. Bow our heads and pray to the Lord. Till I die, I'm a fucking boss. Now who gon' stop me? Who gon' stop me, huh? Who gon' stop me? Who gon' stop me, huh?
Black cars, black on black, black bras. Whole lot of money in a black bag, black strap, you know what that's for.
Y'all weed purple, my money purple, y'all Steve Urkel, I'm open circle. I wrote the verse and I hope I heard you.
Let's go. Who gon' stop me, huh? Beat the odds, beat the facts. It wouldn't be wise to bet against the cat. Stop me broke, I better get rich. Night shift, 6 to 6, give me one shot, one pot. I show up in all white wearing no socks, no ceiling, new coupe. They know I'm a dope boy, they don't have no proof. I'm 3 steps removed, I know how to move. It's looking like I don't know how to lose. I'm winning again, I'm at the win. I'm at the table, I'm gambling. Lucky lefty, I expect a 7. I went through hell, I'm expecting heaven. I'm old, so I'm dull, and I stuck to the G code. I'm here, oh yeah, I promise I ain't going nowhere. Okay, here, like a hare, like a rabbit. I like carrots, I'm allergic to having bunny ears. Like broke, like nope, like huh, I ain't no joke. I can't be stopped, like nope. Still a beat, no. 2 seats in the 911, no limit on the black car. Told y'all I was gonna go ham to the ocean with my backyard. No lies in my verses. Hey, please pardon all the curses. Hey, shit gotta come in some way. Fuck, when you growing up worthless. Middle finger to my old life. Special shout out to my old head. If it wasn't for your advice, a nigga would have been so dead. I'm living life till these niggas kill me. Turn this up if you niggas feel me. I'm riding dirty trying to get filthy.
What we would like to ask, if all of you could say a few words for the audience, to also recognize the amazing work that each and every one of you guys have done. You guys are truly global leaders, and it's a privilege to be able to stand with you on this stage today. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to give the microphone for each one of you, if you can pass it on, please. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to Bangkok, to this amazing event. And all of us which are here, I want to keep it short. We are doing something good. We clean the plastic waste from our planet, and on the side, we are earning money. And this is an amazing opportunity. And let's go together all to the next level. Thank you very much.
Yay!
Oh.
Hello everybody, guys, let's go! I'm so excited, I think you too. You know what, in the last 200 years, from the Industrial Revolution, we destroyed completely our planet, and we have to change not tomorrow, but today. Corsair Group have 100% a solution for the global crisis, and together we can do something good for the planet. At the same, I trust in the Corsair, but I trust in technology, in blockchain technology. Don't trust, verify. Transparent, secure, and efficient technology. And CSR Plastic Credit is a bridge that permits, in efficient and easy way, 8 billion people to join the solution. And we have, together, we must push all of this. So thank you so much, and let's do it together.
Hello everybody. I only want to say the one word. Responsibility. We are responsible to be here. We are responsible to any action we sorry, I don't speak English, but I'm responsibility is okay.
Who wanna make history? Who wanna make history? Who wanna make history? My own words, what I can say to you, never, never, ever give up and bring Corsair Amplivo to the next level. Thank you very much.
Hello, I don't speak very well English, but I have the chance, I have a translator.
Okay, I'm very happy to be here.
Nous combattons tous pour la même cause, qui est une très belle cause.
We all fight for the same cause, which is a very beautiful one.
J'ai la chance d'être dans ce projet depuis le tout départ.
I'm very lucky to be part of this project from the very beginning.
Alors, être 4 stars, c'est fabuleux.
To be a 4-star, it's really fabulous.
Mais on ne peut pas être 4 stars si on n'a pas une équipe.
But we can't be 4-star without a team.
Je voudrais remercier toute mon équipe, et en particulier toute mon équipe qui est là.
I really want to thank my whole team, and especially the whole team that came here.
Et une petite pensée pour ma femme qui supporte tous les coups de fil, les visioconférences, etc., etc.
And I have also a big up to my wife, who really supports me through all the calls and all the visio, like all the time I spend on that business.
Merci à tous.
Thank you to everyone.
Hello, hello, hello. So I think this is just, this is not my result, as Fred told. This is a team result. Because when you reach a star, this means that other people reach star. This means that you make money, but other people make money. And my last message for you for today is simply that, remember, now I become serious. You know, normally I like to joke, okay? But I want to be really serious. I have an absolutely negative mind regarding the European situation in this moment, and even in the world situation in the next 12 months. I think we are gonna see incredible change. I think we're gonna see millions of companies that are gonna close for a huge crisis. I like to read, I like to study. This is a really difficult moment for the global, for the world. And I think that I listen from them. We have, yes, the possibility to do something for the planet, but don't forget the people. Don't forget your friend. Don't forget your family, because a lot of people is gonna lose their job in the next month. A lot of entrepreneurs are going to close their company in the next years. And I think I come from 30 years of network marketing, so I have a little bit experience. I never saw in my life a huge business like this. We are creating a new market. This means that a new market, billions of market. This means billions of commission. This means that a lot of people in the next year can become happy, join to the Amplivo mission. So what we have to do is, when you go back, simply inform that yes, we do something good for the planet, but you can make the biggest business of your life. Thank you.
Hello. Hello, everybody. I don't speak English, and I don't have a personal translate. And then, thank you all. And my personal translate, Andrea.
Okay, he's finished.
That's all.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
We are going to have for you guys still today the so-called 3 main announcements of this event. And on top of that, we're going to also have a 4th announcement, which we are going to be making initially exclusively for the visionaries at the Phuket Visionary Trip first. So there's a lot to come from this. But now, as we are moving to the first main announcement of the event, I would like to welcome here to the stage, together with me, again, the Chief Information Officer of Corsair Group, Mr. Wayne Dobson. There you go.
You know very well what you are.
And also, let's give a big round of applause for the Chief Operating Officer of Corsair Group, Mr. Andre Tops. All right. So, without further ado, Nicola, could you please play the tape?
surrounded by the Nordic wilderness, the lands of the lakes and forests, white nights of midsummer, ethereal northern lights. We may think that there is no problem here, but there is one big, hot, steaming problem. While these countries are considered world leaders in recycling, for example, in Sweden during the year 2020, more than 1.1 billion kilos of plastic waste was burned in incinerators and cement factories. About 87% of all the plastic waste that year being burned. Only about 10% of plastics are recycled. The situation is similar in all Nordic countries, because there hasn't been another, better solution available. We must end the burning of the plastic waste now. We must do more recycling. We must go circular. From old plastics to oil. From oil to new plastics. Launching at the end of this year, 2022, Corsair Nordic. A recycling hub for plastic waste from Scandinavia and Northern Europe, where 1 kilo at a time, we will end the burning and increase the recycling of plastic waste. Together, we will make a difference. Now also in the Nordics. Corsair, for a cleaner future.
Now, the ones of you who have been with us for a while, you know that we have been working extremely hard to launch a plastic waste chemical recycling facility in Europe. And Andre, together with the rest of the European management team, such as Onno Reuter and Marcel Ott, these guys have been working extremely hard to find that perfect location where all of those pieces of the puzzle come together. Right, Andre?
Yes, exactly. Actually, we already have the system in Europe as we speak, and we are now making preparations to do the transportation of this unit into the Nordics to its final destination. We will make preparations that once it's arriving on this location, that it will be installed, of course, tested, and ultimately we plan to have this operational around New Year.
Yes.
This is not all. This is, if you think about how we started in the beginning, then Europe is to be considered a continent, not only like we experience ourselves in the Netherlands, but it's a continent where license is a big issue. It really is much more work than we have to do something here. So it took us a long time to get to this point, but this will be a massive turning point for the European market. And in spite of all the delays that we had, we kept looking for a new location that was suitable for our mission, of course. And we found this in the Nordics. What happens now is that this massive turning point that I was talking about, we have been talking to so many people, potential investors, but also looking all the time for partners that were willing to collaborate with us, and even off-takers, global off-takers. So the main message, that the feedback that we always got back from them was that it's nice that you have this here in Thailand, but call me back when you are establishing in Europe. Well, guys, we are coming to Europe, and we will call you, and we expect that a lot of them, we fly them in, they can touch it, they can feel it, they can smell it, they can smell the oil that we produce, and that it's real. And this means that it will get a huge spin-off from where we want it to be. So this is just the beginning, but Europe is there, and we're coming.
Fantastic, thank you. And now, guys, then to make this all to become much more real, because can I see how many of you guys have already been at the factory here in Bangkok? Raise your hand, please. You know, like I told you guys at the factory, it's not always clean, it's not always pretty, but hell is for real. That's the point of it. When you come there and you see this, in the end of the day, we're dealing with other people's garbage. So you can't really be, you know, running a fashion a boutique over there, right? But we get the job done. And that is what matters. So to make this all also much more real for you guys and to look forward something, we would like to announce something additionally to this. If, Wayne, if you would be so kind.
Thank you. So we really want to align you guys with Corsair Nordic. So what I want to announce for you today is that we're going to have the European Amplivo Summit in the Nordics early in 2023.
Yes!
As part of that event, you will have the opportunity to visit that facility in the Nordics.
Yes.
It will be real, it will be there.
Amazing.
Very good. So, that takes us now to the second announcement. All right? We're going to keep on moving this forward. We have time. Okay. Well, the second main announcement of the evening is that Corsair has formed a collaboration with a multi-billion-dollar food manufacturing company called Thai Union Group. Let's get applause for that first, okay? Now, what does this mean? What is Thai Union? Thai Union has food manufacturing plants in different countries around the world. And what we are now going to do together with them is we are going to begin to develop partnership projects in different countries and different locations. Countries such as Ghana, Thailand, as well as in the island nation of Seychelles. And because of this collaboration, what we are going to do now is we are going to be offering a full-scale, turnkey solution for the local people and also for the local governments to tackle this plastic waste issue. The plastic that will be converted into advanced bio-oil by Corsair will then be sold to the Thai Union Group that will use this oil in the production operations of their plants on a day-to-day basis. But additionally to that, what we are also doing is through the very, very extensive and strong connections that Thai Union has with the local governments, is that we have already started negotiations officially with several governments for them to begin a nationwide implementation of the CSR plastic credit and to become the first ever countries in the world to go plastic neutral with CSR plastic credit. Okay? Now, let's talk about the vision a little bit. You know, once we got this together, we realized that now we have a blueprint in our hands. A blueprint that would work in more than 20 different island nations around the world who are all struggling with the same situation. Remote island nations that are filled with plastic waste, their landfills are overflowing, and it doesn't make financially sense to start taking that plastic back into the closest shore, for example. It has to be processed there on site. And that is what we are now going to be offering to multiple different governments around the world. And we have started this process already in collaboration with the Thai Union Group, a multi-billion-dollar company. Great. Now, as you all know, when we got started in this business and in this mission, our main focus was initially to be serving private individuals and helping them to become plastic neutral. And that is, of course, something that we will continue to do, and then in a wider scale, when we talk about numbers, that will always be there, the primary goal. But a few months ago, guys, just keep in mind that we really started 1 year ago with this one. So a couple of months ago, we already expanded from private individuals now to involve also companies. And now today, we are officially entering the stage where we are now also going for countries. That's happening, guys. Okay. Moving onwards. But before we go to the last announcement, we would like to now recognize the highest ranked members of the Amplivo network. And we would like to welcome over here, if you guys could do the honors, please.
Thank you, Jay. Wow, that is such exciting news, isn't it?
I am, yes, staggered. Very, I mean, unbelievable.
Speechless.
Individual, company, and country. Visionary. Incredible for the whole achievement from everybody. Everybody. Okay, so now let's recognize the final Amplivo influencers, which are...
Yes, the prestigious 5-star Amplivo influencers. Please welcome them onto the stage.
They will be presented their certificates by the management. Thank you.
Fresh out loose. If they want the drama, got the ooze. Ship the whole crew to the cruise. Doing shit you don't even see him move. Ride with me, boss. I got a hard head, but her ass up. She want the last name with the ring on it. Cause I pulled out $1 million cash, stole her plank on it. You are unforgettable. I need to get you alone. Now you want chills. Just put bubbly in the cruise. Push up against me,
That's not loud enough, man. Come on. Okay, guys, I don't speak very much good English, but I'm sorry. Firstly, I'd like to thank Jay, Jose Solarante. Without this gentleman, we would not even be here. So I'd just like to give him a big round of applause. I first met Jay 5 years ago, I don't know if he remembers, in a restaurant with Stefan. It was just a hi-bye, but we didn't know that the relationship, the bond will build so much. I'd like to thank Jay again, Wayne, the whole management, the whole corporate team. I'd like to thank all you guys. I mean, what all the 4 stars, 3 stars said, we cannot be here without you guys. It's not about the 5 stars. It's not about the 4, 3, 2. It's all about the 1 stars. And it's all about the influencers. The main thing is the influencers. If we don't have anyone, we cannot do it ourselves. I've always said this to myself and others, that we can reach our goals by ourselves. It will take longer, but then if we have the support from everyone around us, we'll get there quicker. I mean, if you've got good intentions and if it's a good thing you want to do in life, why back off? I mean, let's all go forward. And I've always said this to myself as well, and I'll say this to you guys. Don't challenge each other. It's like I said, it's not about me challenging Vittorio or Jean-Luc or anyone else. It's me challenging myself. When you wake up in the morning, take a look at yourself in the mirror. That's the person you challenge. Make yourself a better person than the person that is in the mirror. Once you reach your goals, I mean, we all have goals, dreams. Aim for your, aim for these goals and dreams with a good intention, with a good heart. And trust me, I mean, if you're a religious person, it doesn't matter what type of person, if you've got a good heart, you'll reach your goals. And the blessings will always be there. And thank you very much for everyone being on here today. And thank you for everything. Thank you.
Just to say, nothing happened without 2 groups of people. First, I want to congratulate very the corporate, especially Juicy, Wayne, Andre. I can tell you one thing. I had some company in my life in network marketing. I never seen that before. Since 2 years, every time I ask to Juicy, 3 o'clock in the morning in Bangkok time to make a Zoom for our team. Never one time he say no. All the time here. That's incredible. It's really so comfortable for us. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. And big thank you to Wayne too, because you cannot imagine the work he do 24 hours a day. Really, it's incredible. And of course, we ask him a lot of questions. I know sometimes it's crazy for him, but every time we have reply. So we have really at the head of the company something that I've never seen. So that's why I know the future will be so bright because of them. Thank you again. And second thing, I want to congratulate, of course, all my team who is there for most of them since the beginning with the high, low, and high, but they are there. And thank you so much to be with me and we're all together. And want to congratulate all to the cross line too, because it's just a teamwork. We are in the same work, we are in the same mission, and we have the luck to have big leaders like Andrea, like René, and others, and so the young Italians with a bright future, I know that. So thank you all for all that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have the fire. Like this is better, no? Thank you. So first of all, I like send for thanks from all team to the corporate with the amazing job, especially last year when promises, and today all promises is completed, is done. The second thanks I like to share with all the best influencer we have, the working hard 24 hours. Especially these guys are in this big table today. And I have this light, kill me now. I want to add for the people start in the network marketing. And I like what say Jean-Luc. Every day, good day, you get memory. Bad day, you get experience. But follow these special leaders we have in the company. And I believe that your life change, especially in this moment where the financial globally change. It's terrible. Well, I say thank you to all and hope see you soon around the world. Thank you.
Great, let's give it one more. Big round of applause for all the guys over here. One more time. All right. Now, as we are moving to the third main announcement of the event, I would like to invite here to the stage also one very special person, a person that I have been personally have the privilege to work now for approximately 10 years every day. And this, still a young gentleman, when he came to me for the first time, and I asked, so what do you do? I can do a few different things. I don't know really what I want to do, but I like this, I like that. So I said, okay, well, come on over and, come into the office and start by separating my receipts for the tax department. And he was doing that, and he was getting that, and he was getting extremely good with numbers. And over the years, I've seen this gentleman grow. And where he is today, and the things that he is able to manage and process, and the things that he's doing behind the scenes, there's a whole team of people that you guys don't necessarily see. You saw some of them in the factory when you came there, and the ones that you haven't been at the factory, you're going to see these people more. But we have an entire group of people that are working every day behind the scenes to make all of these things happen. So that being said, I would like to introduce to you guys a person that has really grown from that sort of a trainee that came in, didn't exactly know what he would be good at, but eventually excelled with the numbers and dealing with many of the things that we do here in Thailand with the local government. Please give a big, warm welcome and applause for the Chief Financial Officer of Corsair Group, Mr. Karet Nilsanga. Please.
Blackpink in your area.
Okay.
컴백이 아니야 넌 적 없으니까 고개들이 돌아 진정에 못 걷길라 분홍빛의 얼음 drip 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 freezing on 사이 shut it down. What yeah 이미 아니야 진적이 없으니까.
All right. Now, as we are moving towards the third main announcement of the day, this is something that we have been working for very, very long time. And I know that for many companies in many different industries, this sort of a moment is something that they dream about. And in many cases, it's sort of even an end of the road. A moment where it's sort of, okay, now it's it's all sort of there and it's done and so on. But in our case, as we have spoken earlier today, we are just getting started. The warm-up laps are over, guys. Now it's the time to start the actual race. Nicola, would you please?
Everything in life is about timing. In our personal lives and in the lives of companies, at some moment, the time comes to take the next step. We are now going to take this step and move to the next level. Will you be there to take this step together with us? Corsair Group is honored to announce to you that the company is moving to the next level in its business by entering into the stock market. Ladies and gentlemen, today we introduce to you Corsair Capital. Corsair Capital is a publicly traded company listed on the Cyprus Stock Exchange with a market capitalization value of 17 million euros, which was recently acquired by Corsair and joined into the group of Corsair companies. Corsair Capital will now welcome both private and institutional investors to own part of the entire Corsair Group. By owning shares in Corsair Capital, the shareholders have an ownership in all the existing and in all the future Corsair project companies around the world, and an ownership in the Amplivo company, and an ownership in the CSR plastic credit. By owning a share in Corsair Capital, the shareholder will be earning from the rapid and international expansion of Corsair Group. Earnings will be made in the form of cash dividends and capital gains through the growth of the company. Ladies and gentlemen, the next level is now. Welcome to Corsair Capital.
Fantastic. All right, guys. Time to enter the big race. No more warm-up rounds. This announcement of Corsair Capital today is more monumental than many of you might even understand today. Because by doing this, we are officially now entering into the stock market, which means that whenever we are dealing with any kind of collaborational partners or investors or financial institutions, the fact that we are on the stock market is a major, major thing. And it comes with a completely new level of transparency as well. And that's what we have been wanting to do from the very beginning. So, at this moment, I would like to thank one more time Karet. Thank you for joining us on the stage. Thanks, Karet. And if I could have the slides. Perfect. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about what Corsair Capital really is and what it means. There you go. So, approximately 1 year ago, we started the preparations to take over an already existing stock market company that is currently listed on the Cyprus stock market and which has a market value as of today in capitalization of 17 million euros, 17. We have, over the few months, we've been restructuring this company. We've included it into the Corsair Group. And now that company is going to serve as a vehicle where every investor from anywhere in the world will be able to invest and to own part of Corsair Group with as little investment as 100 euros starting from. Okay? Good. So this means that when you own shares in a Corsair Capital, you are automatically owning part of everything that we do today and everything that we are going to do in the future. I saw an interview from Jeff Bezos where he mentioned that when he was seeking the first funding for Amazon, he was going through tens and tens and tens and tens of people until he finally was able to find his first 20 investors who together invested the first $1 million into the company. And as a result of that, these investors, I would assume if they kept the shares, they're all billionaires these days. Jeff definitely is. So, what we are looking here, guys, with everything that we've done today, everything that you've seen us announce today, everything that we've reached over the last 18 months, or generally with Corsair during the last 2 years, is now becoming something that everybody in the world will actually have access to. But for you guys, who are part of the company already, we have something even more exciting. Not only that you have the opportunity to be building the company and obviously also owning the company, which I'm going to talk a little bit in a moment. What we are going to do now is we are going to contact the 62,000 registered members of Amplivo who are going to receive an information package explaining for them what is Corsair Capital and how they have the opportunity to own part of that company. Okay? That's the first step. What's going to happen then is that there's going to be now something that Wayne is going to be working, and he's already working on, is a compensation plan. Which means that any person in your network who receives the information, is interested, and would like to participate in the ownership of the Corsair Group, when they invest, you will receive commissions from that. So what we are going to do is we're going to overlay this compensation model, which will be slightly different than what it is with the general Amplivo package sales, but we are going to implement this on top of your networks. Now, very important part. There's a few questions like, how is this gonna work? I mean, it's a great idea, but what you're gonna do with this and that? I'm very, very proud to announce that we have formed a partnership with a licensed stock brokerage company that we are now going to collaborate and reach out to all these people, and most importantly, for all the key people in the network, what you have an opportunity to do is to become a licensed representative in European Union. Okay? How many times you guys have heard the saying that you can't sell investments through the network marketing company? Right? Well, you can't unless you are licensed to do so. The way that we are now structuring this is that the ones of you who wish to be part of it, and you don't have to, but even if you don't want to become a licensed representative, if anybody that you have ever registered in your network after receiving the information package decides to invest, you are going to get a commission from that anyway. You don't have to qualify or do anything to receive those commissions. We'll do the work. But the ones of you who really want to be involved in this will have the opportunity, starting now, during this month, to go through a very short training with our brokerage partner, where they are going to train you, educate you, and if you pass a very sort of simple test from it, which I know all of you guys will, you will now have the official license operating under their main European Union license to offer investments in your country. Okay? So When we do our normal sales with Amplivo, when we sell the plastic neutrality packages, in a moment you will be able to say that this is not an investment. I hope you all understand the plastic neutrality packages are not an investment. This is a service. But I am also a licensed investment advisor. So that comes nicely together. And this is going to be launched now. Now, additionally, what we are now going to be able to do is to take our business and take your business to the next level. Now we are, like I told you guys, I mean, it might be a little bit scary even, like the warm-up is over. Now it's time for the race. It's time to get serious, guys. But the opportunity for us to work now as a public company on the stock market, initially on the Cyprus Stock Exchange, but as soon as possible we are going to move that company out of Cyprus, and as it seems today, as our target, to the Amsterdam Stock Exchange. We are now going to include what I promised for you guys in the first phone calls, on the first Zoom calls, when Amplivo became part of Corsair. And that is very simply, if we build it together, we own it together. And that means that we are going to implement an additional bonus plan where every time when you reach your next star rank, you are going to receive shares, not in a private company, but in a publicly traded stock market company, Corsair Capital. Okay? Good. Gentlemen, I want to thank you very much. You have been absolutely amazing business partners and colleagues to work with.
We're not ending, are we?
Not yet, but soon. We have, as I mentioned before, we have one more announcement that we're going to be doing, first exclusively for the visionaries. The people that are heading to the Phuket visionary trip deserve that, and you guys need to be the first in the know before the rest of the world will know all these things. So there's going to be something left for us for the beginning of the week as well. At this point, I want to say thank you very much, Wayne. Thank you very much, Andre. We'll continue from here. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Please give up big applause for these guys. Thank you. Now, we have covered a lot of things today. I think we have covered a lot of mileage. It's also, we're just about to get towards the planned closing time. And before the last few things, I also wanted to very much, for all of us, to recognize another two gentlemen that are with us here today who have done an absolutely amazing amount of work to, first of all, to put this event together, but second of all, to put the entire visual and marketing of our company together. And I don't know exactly where you guys are, but if I can ask for you guys to raise your hands so you guys can get a great applause. Mr. Nicolo? Yes? And Mr. Agostino. Where are you, Ago? There. Also, let's give one more applause for Julia, our event coordinator. Julia, fantastic job. Now, guys, this video that we are producing right now is going to be broadcasted out on our YouTube channel tomorrow. And like we expected in the beginning, and what we planned for was that there's going to be 1% of the people seeing it here live, and 99%, probably more, seeing it online as this broadcast goes out. That's why we have all these cameras, and we've done all the efforts to make sure that we will be able to communicate this event also for the people all over the world who are watching it at their homes. Okay, and these two gentlemen have done an amazing job regarding that one. Now, moving towards a special promotion. Now let's talk about business. If you can take even a fraction of that energy and that positive attitude and that determination that you've seen here today, not only on the stage, but right there among yourselves in the audience. If you can take some of that energy and you can take that back to your team, to your country, and the new potential leads that you have, and take that out to the world, I know that we're going to see the best 3 months of this year, 2022, starting from today. Okay? We got 3 months left of this year. There's so many things happening right now. Like, for example, everything that we're going to be doing in the Nordics, everything that we've announced here today. That if you can take that out there and work together with us, I know we're going to see amazing results. Not only for us as a community, but for you, each and every one of you as an individual. So in order for us to support you in the best possible way, we wanted to come up with a promotion that will help you to even magnify, to amplify this message and the news and the announcements that we have made here today. So what we are doing is starting from last night until Friday, Saturday, midnight of next week, we are going to release a special promotion, whereas additionally to the 2 cent per CSR basic price, for every purchase made since last night until next week, will also receive 30% bonus. So for every purchase, there's going to be additional 30% in CSR included in those purchases. And that's going to be for the next week. The following week, from that, which will then be between the 8th and the 15th, we are going to go almost as good, but we're going to keep it slightly less at 25%. So you got 2 weeks now to work on these people and show them what you've heard here. Show them what you've seen. I really love all the Facebook videos and Instagram stories and everything that you guys. It was such a fun thing because when we finished working last night right around 5 a.m. in the morning, and I sort of wanted to see like what's going on, and I opened up the Facebook, and I could see the flow of messages and videos and guys at the factory and some of these crazy Italian guys there. They're going around Bangkok looking at every single blue collection bin that they can find. Fantastic, guys. That's what we're doing. That's what you're doing. You are an influencer. You are influencing people with your own example, with your work, and by sharing your experiences. That is what this is all about, guys. And now with these news, with these announcements, a little bit more what's coming in the next few days, and with this promotion, I know it's going to be amazing how this month of October is going to be for all of us. Okay, guys, so let's use this promotion and really go out with a big bang. Okay? Now, when you think about everything that you've seen, guys, and what I said in the beginning about how we started, how quickly we have progressed, it was just 18 months ago that the Amplivo company started to go through this transformation. Just look at where we are now. We're working with some of the biggest international brands. Now we're starting to work with governments. Now we're going to the stock market. We're building new production facilities all over the world now. And there's more and more happening every single day. It's unbelievable the speed that we have. But like I said in the beginning, This is not about one driver. This is not Formula One, guys. This is the Le Mans. It's not about the one driver, it's about the team that is going to take that car, take that vehicle the longest distance. That's what we're doing here, guys. I am so thrilled to be, first of all, spending time with you guys privately and to be able to stand here in front of you guys for the first time, really, especially here in Thailand, and to look back on all those things that we've done, but most importantly, to look into the future of what is about to happen. I love you guys. A lot of you have become very close friends, like brothers and sisters, and it's truly an honor to be with you guys here. I'm going to leave and finish this before I welcome the host in with my last message. Guys, we are not here to take part. We are here to take over. Thank you, guys.
I said you can have whatever you like. Yeah, sex on deck, Patron on ice, and we can pop bottles on.
Wow, thank you all so much. What a fantastic event it has been today.
Wow. I mean, just to be part of this whirlwind, 18 months.
18
it's
months.
Staggering to hear this overwhelming amount of success from what appears to be a relatively small team here, but we know behind you guys, the key Amplivo influencers here in this room, there are an immense number of people, and you have the opportunity with the video we have today to take that message back to those and everybody else, right?
Definitely. My head is still spinning from all of the amazing announcements and achievements today. It's truly, truly great.
Yeah, I mean, what an amount of material you have. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Well, this brings us to the end, so I guess.
Yeah, well, again, congratulations to all of the Amplivo influencers who have received their star certifications today. You guys are doing some amazing work.
Yes, come on, everybody, let's for that recognition.
And it has been such a pleasure and such an honor to help host this event today. Thank you all so much for making this possible and for inspiring me personally.
It's our proud moment to have been part of this, an honor. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a great day.